don't defend Nigeria. No, I'm not misunderstanding anything. I'm not misunderstanding anything. Why are you coming and defend Nigeria?
I am not defending Nigeria.
Why are you defending the bodies?
I am saying that this
let's establish a few facts. Let's establish a few facts. Number one,
I am extremely angry and pissed at what is happening at the Olympics for Nigerian athletes, because I don't understand how the athletics that we're using to have hope, and one of the athletes, Favour Ofili, was not registered for 100 meters. We know recently we also had an athlete from boxing that was provisionally suspended for failing a doping test. Now another athlete is out, and we've not even gotten close to any medal. In the medal table itself, we have not even seen any light.
I don't even know where to start. It's just painful that they wasted me and Cerebroni's effort. Here on Betting Expert Nigeria, we're giving tips how to follow Nigeria at the Olympics, which sport to which Nigerian. We're talking about which Nigerian athletes can give us medals. All the hopes now. Now, Favour Ofili, one of our strongest shots at getting a medal. It's not because she did something wrong, but because the AFN forgot to register. This is worse than a schoolboy.
They are now saying that they didn't forget.
That was to maintain our energy.
You cannot maintain someone's energy by your own. You have to have a discussion with the athletes now.
The funny thing is this is not the first time. I think the last time I and 13 others, because they failed to release money for them to get tested.
Go through the normal testing before the competition.
And now you are sabotaging
they were left out.
And you know why this thing is very painful? For footballers now, you score an own goal today. Next week you score a brace. You are forgiven by the fans. For like an athlete, you are training for 4 years. You have 4 years to compete at the highest level. People can easily forget you. So imagine training for 4 years.
You may not even be in your best form by the next Olympics. Anything can happen. You can have injuries.
That's why it's very difficult to get an Olympic.
Imagine training for 4 years only for you not to compete because of a silly reason like this.
It just shows how we are as a country. First,
the Aruna is already out. Badminton, we're already out. We did not qualify for beach soccer again.
But badminton are not out yet. We have the second game. If he loses that one, he has not lost yet now.
The Super Four
had our opponents.
So he has not lost yet. So hopefully by the time we do another one like this, he's still in the competition. But you look at this thing, I think it just shows that we do not learn. As time goes on, it just shows that we are ready to make this sort of schoolboy errors. In the last Olympics,
I am not okay with you calling it an error.
It's not an error.
Okay.
Even their justification that they are doing now, which I don't think is even worth discussing because it's infuriating. It's obviously a cover-up that they are doing now, saying that it was strategy. It was not strategy. This is pure wickedness.
Because you can't do a strategy without letting the athletes know.
If it was a strategy, why was her name on the roster? In the roster that you guys released for 100 meters.
And apart from that,
why was her name on the roster?
She was the one that won the meet here in Nigeria at Benin. Because she had more races with 100 meters than even the 200 meters that her name hopefully would be.
You want to conserve my energy. Is it not me that will tell you? Is it not me that will tell you which one I can do and I can't do?
In 2016, in the last Olympics,
2020.
Yes. Who won the 100 meters women? Ellen Thompson.
Yes, no.
Who won 200 meters? Ellen Thompson. Who won 4x100? Jamaica. Who ran the second leg? Was it third leg?
She still ran them.
She did everything.
Exactly the same thing she did in 2016 as well. Usain Bolt every Olympics 100, 200.
No, see,
the grass 100, 200.
Apart from choosing for, let's say you want to, but these are things you have to agree.
Shelly and Fraser Price 100, 200 in her 30s.
You have to agree with the athletes. See, I don't have an issue with Convert.
She's 21.
Let's not say we have an issue.
Why can't she compete in all three?
We don't have an issue with you wanting to conserve, but why don't you have this?
We have an issue.
What I'm saying is, athletes you could have those kind of. What I meant is, you can have the discussion. At least this athlete should know. It doesn't just come.
They always have discussions now.
No, that's why they did not let the athletes know. Because if she had known,
and that's why I'm telling you that this was not.
This is not about
an error.
It was not an error. It was on purpose.
This is on purpose. Someone stopped sabotaging her.
Yes.
It was intentional. They sabotaged that.
But towards extent.
Because they've had an issue with her.
Because towards gain.
They had an issue with her. Did she say I think she didn't run in the African Games because of the lack of organization or something.
She didn't, yes,
she refused to run in the 100 meters.
For
somebody's punishing her for
really
that.
Concerned if it's about the African Games. She ran the one that we did here. The one
she didn't run 100.
Yes.
No, she ran 100. No, she won one
at the games.
No, I say African Games is different. Let's talk about at least we are coming back home here.
But somebody might be pissed at her for that thing. We know Nigerians, you don't greet somebody. Somebody will say, "Hey, you are B, I'll show you." This thing was obvious sabotage. This weekend. See, if I say what's on my mind, they will have to come and carry me from here now. If you look at it,
organizationally, we've never gotten it right, or in a long way. Or maybe then in the early when we had those.
You know what Nigeria deserves.
We went to the Olympics. We had like good medals.
You know what Nigeria deserves. You know what we deserve. We deserve our athletes just leaving and going to run for other countries. That's the kind of disaster.
Ghana.
That's the kind of disaster that will actually spark a change. All these ones that people are telling me that I've been to, that this is not how to solve the problem, I have to hold people accountable. Nothing like that. That's not what fixes things in Nigeria. You need a proper disaster, like all our athletes are going to run for other countries. That's the only way.
You know, funny
that
thing.
Somebody will be like, I was me of this.
But you know that funny thing, and always say our athletes. First of all, we need to have a lineage within one of these countries, or maybe through asylum. And you can't. No boy that can just go out like that and you just run out.
You find technicalities.
Don't worry.
The thing is that I feel why this thing keeps happening is that we have this attitude of thriving even when it doesn't work out well. Look at
what are we thriving?
Wait, now I'm trying to explain that for you, and that's why we are thriving. No. Look at that's the most recent. Look at the Tigress. For all that those ladies went through, how did they even get to win Australia? And it's in quote, it's Nigeria. The MBBF is still going to take records, it's still going to shine for it. You look at AFN, we had that issue in the Olympics 2020 that was delayed to 2021, where we had athletes that did not have out of test competition, they were disqualified.
Yes, not the same one that I watched.
That's what I'm saying. Few years later, Toby Amusan puts Nigeria on the global map as a world record holder.
And before she did that, remember that she ran a race that should have been an African record.
Yes,
and they didn't time it.
So I'm saying that we just find a way to thrive when it's not meant to happen. Look at like player like Aruna Quadri. When he first went to Olympics in 2016, that was Rio de Janeiro. Aruna had his best. That was a quarter-final finish. In the next one in 2020, Aruna, few months to the Olympics, everything was scattered. His coach was changed and all. Aruna went to the Olympics and he flattered to the sea.
Now he lost.
This one is even the worst.
He blew a 3-0 lead.
Yeah, 3-0 lead. That's straight of lead, and it just worked. So that's I just feel it feels like we are waiting for every 4 years. We just go to the global map, we disgrace ourselves, and then we find a way to just
this one is worse than a disgrace. Because
the disgrace is not enough.
Yes,
that's why things are still like that. We need the kind of disgrace.
Very soon now will be again. You see in athletics, Esebrome might just win us another medal. We see Toby,
regardless of what they do, she always puts herself there.
That's what I'm saying, and then it all calms down and everything moves on. All again, we continue again for another 4 years. So it's a big problem. We're talking about the athletes that had Cynthia for the that was found that was provisionally suspended, and she has been told to leave the games village. They've told the Olympic Committee send her home. She has nothing to do here again. And you ask, I look at it. It's a big dent in your own image as an athlete, whether it was knowingly or unknowingly. When you are going for a big tournament, you will have no right to eat things that you are not sure of. In fact, you and your dietitian has to be like anything you are doing. If you want to drink water, you should. This water, is it the right water you meant to take?
Sometimes footballers to know these things, but they make mistakes, which is why there should be a body that should still keep them in check. Why do club employ personnel? Why do club employ personnel? It is not different. There should be a body to
have a contract. When it comes to football,
what is the difference?
All the players are not tested at once. How did they catch for Pogba? He's just picking a few players and he was unlucky. But for
bottom
athletes,
line is
every
the
single
first
one.
question I'm putting to you is there a body that even checks this thing in Nigeria?
No, in Nigeria we do not have. But then all the athletes that had gone for these Olympics, I'm coming to a point. They were tested.
Nobody.
I'm saying, we know
if
what
you
is
don't
happening.
have a body that checks all these things, then these things will keep on happening.
No, but if you look at
keep on
most of
happening.
these athletes too, most of them they even play their trade
It will keep on happening.
So you will not only say just that. I'm not saying that we're not supposed to have that. I'm saying that our athletes too needs to learn better.
I mean, just like as a footballer, you are conscious of the fact that after every match they can test me anytime, so you're like on your best behave. But you're in Nigeria, you know that they can't even test me in Nigeria. For you to get tested as a Nigerian, you need to go to the US or to South Africa.
Understand what I'm saying? This one,
I'm not taking away what the athlete did. I'm not taking away what she did, but I'm not taking away what she did.
She's supposed to be aware.
What of the ones, now this is my point here, you are saying let's say she's aware, what of the ones where they unknowingly did it? They took something that they did not realize substance.
That is why
what of the unknowing ones?
See,
what would you say? That's why there should be a body.
No, that's why. See, this is why.
This is my bottom line here. If this athlete should have been sent out, it should have been by our own body that would have done that check to say no, you are not qualified because you took this.
Because in truth,
that's my point.
In truth, there have been athletes, for instance, from Jamaica that failed.
Yes,
and it was from Jamaica that they banned them.
Yes, they will ban you.
Let's remember that these players had already left. This was done on the
after years ago that no allows, they had to say, oh, he's going to mental breakdown. They told him right from US that you will not be allowed to come.
Even Shakari, when he took weed,
we had this issue.
It was America that moved that
themselves. So why can't we have
when we had the World Athletics Championship, where Nigerian sprinter Grace Mokocha, she competed there. She even got to the semis before she was eliminated.
Yeah.
The next time she flew to Commonwealth Games in Birmingham. And then that was where she took the banned substance. There you see that this is a deliberate act.
So it's
this
very
one now, you look at this one, they had already left. This one was International Testing Agency that tested it. Because these other athletes, they've already done it. So I'm saying that we are not doing the right thing.
Because even the athletes
themselves, saying our athletes need to learn.
The athletes themselves, they sometimes they dodge certain things. They know that okay, I'm getting tested today, I'll be clean. Then after I've gotten tested, I can now because that's what Kagbari was doing.
She was thinking, I can be able to.
If you remember the text messages that she was sending, should I take the test today? Should I skip it? Because I'm allowed to skip one test before there's a problem.
Using basketball, football, and other sports, clubs have lawyers that explain to players the terms of their contract, everything. They have doctors that explain to them what they should do, what they should not do. In terms of health, do we again have a body that advises this athlete constant orientation? Do we have a body that does orientation for our athletes? If Ofili can say they did not tell her, we are coming to hear on Twitter that they are maintaining her energy, that means there is no communication. That means there is no form of orientation going on.
I understand what you are saying. There is no form of communication going on.
That's my own bottom. I'm not excusing what the athlete did was completely wrong.
I'm saying that we can't really be saying a team sport. We should understand there's a difference between team sport and then you have to talk about individual sport.
4x100, will you not run as a team? There should be a body that encompasses all Nigerian athletes. It's a simple thing. It's a simple strategy.
But we know that these different athletes, they still have their personal coaches.
Different players have their different clubs. When you come and play for the Super Eagles, are you not first playing under different club doctors at club level?
Understand what I'm saying? It's not the same.
It's the same thing. There should be a body that should be enlightening these guys every time, keeping them in check. What is the body? Most important thing. What is the use of the AFN?
Most important thing for every athlete is that you have your coach. Your coach is your backbone. Even you talk about even the athletes like Neolize, even
everybody should be working independently. What I'm
saying? I'm saying that there's a difference between team sports and individual sports.
Yeah.
That is why when you go, if you look at if you even different sports in Olympics, you see them with their different coach. Tennis is like saying doubles. You have doubles, you still have singles, but you know that your singles coach is your backbone.
But I'll say this.
Those coaches still operate under
I'll say this though. I'll say this though. I get both points, right? On your own point is team sports, individual sports, they're different. So every artist, at the end of the day, you are responsible for yourself. Right?
You know that day that they tested Paul Pogba. There's a likelihood that another player might have gotten that, but just that they did not pick that player up.
Yeah. So as an individual athlete,
you always pick out Osimhen because Osimhen has good energy power. He just has that energy on
They were not just only picking Osimhen.
No, but Osimhen was picked so much that we had to now look. Remember that
was just a Twitter rumor.
He was picked more than twice.
They pick random players.
Yes, but he was picked more than twice in the AFCON.
Was it more than twice?
Yes.
I don't think
Go
so.
And check.
From what I remember, that was just.
So he didn't came up. So
it was after Cameroon match or so.
You think that another player might not have done what Pogba did? It's possible.
Very possible, but
because
again,
you can't. But in individual sports, everyone is tested.
Yeah.
That's the thing I'm saying.
I get what you're saying, right? That. Well, for we individuals, you will single athlete is tested every time.
Athlete is
for
tested.
Team sports,
it just takes sample.
But I also understand your point. That is, no matter what is happening, like Team Nigeria,
right? At the end of the day, are you going to take single disgrace, or are you disgracing Nigeria as a country?
So you have to have people that are doing constant orientation of athletes, also updated on the newest rules.
This
is a new one. You guys, in case you don't know,
why are you defending this? Like, why are you defending this guy?
No, she's not defending.
I'm not defending. I am saying that an athlete, firstly, your career is in your hands.
Yeah.
Even as established that for we are both saying the same thing. We've established that for.
Wait,
after all said and done,
you said updating them with these laws and.
I already said that we cannot exclude what.
No, they will know as well, but you still do your own part and say, okay, you must have heard.
One athletics body always updates it. All of them have a
forget what athletics body. We are talking about Nigeria.
Yes, I know. But it's
talk about Nigeria.
I'm not taking out.
Don't defend Nigeria.
I'm saying Nigeria.
No, I'm not misunderstanding anything. I'm not misunderstanding anything. Why are you coming and defend Nigeria?
I am not defending Nigeria.
Why are you defending the bodies?
I am saying that this
let's establish a few facts. Let's establish a few facts. Number one, the body itself.
Are they a problem?
I did not take that away.
Yes, no,
what's your bottom line?
I am saying that the body has their own big challenges, which is the greatest. And I'm saying also the athletes have to.
I already said that from the onset. So what are you driving now?
You are saying the same thing, actually.
So what you are saying different levels. My point is that don't bring that individual. It is the same thing. Whether you are individual or not.
But can we circle back to Ofili?
Me that will do 4x100 with you. Are we not going to move as a team?
Can we circle back to Ofili? I feel that it's unfair that a federation has that kind of power to mess up an athlete's dream. This girl has trained, she has come and got to this point, and then she's hearing this, and now she can't compete because of the federation. That means that the federation can mess up at any time with anybody and ruin anybody's dream if they want to. Why is there no way for instance, World Athletics or whoever is in charge, IOC, to look at this matter and say, you know what, Ofili, even though your federation did this to you, for them not to have informed you, we're going to create a way for you to still compete.
That would be
at the end, ignorance is not an excuse.
That would be like you ever saying, oh, this player, you and your club, you have an agreement, but no, you can't. Your club are choosing to ban you, but us will play you.
There has to be something that can be done. Because imagine if this happens to her a third time.
But we know, look at games.
She should go and apply for Kenya.
But it takes time.
No, but you look at this thing you're saying now, it's like Russian athletes being sort of out of a lot of sporting competitions because of what is happening in that country. Are they the presidents? No, but then it's happening and you have to take charge of it. You just have to be in that same mix because there's nothing you can do about it. That's the same thing Favour Ofili's phone is.
Fact.
Now, it's not a good story, not one someone has to be happy about. And we know even you as Nigerians, you are also angry with all that happened. So we want you to know, what do you think should be done better? How much should we hold these our federations accountable to make sure that our athletes, whenever they put in all and just drops those sweat for Nigeria, it always comes out to be something that they'll be happy about, and not crying and having regret towards that. So make sure you like, comment, and still stick with us for all of the topics we have for you here on Betting Experts.